credence to extended success, right? Because there's some teams you see come up and do extremely well for a small period of time, and then they have to dip back, or they fall apart, or someone gets poached, and then the team has got to rebuild from square one, essentially, versus Looking4Org, who haven't really needed to make any of those changes because they've been very, very consistent. So we'll find out whether that consistency will carry on here. They've been consistent over CS2, and now they have to be consistent against 9 here in map 1 of our best of 3 series. Hopefully ready to go this time as the pistol round goes live.
9 wins in a row on Ancient for the Looking4Org side. They want to try and make it 10 today, and seem like they want to try and see if they can work their way out from elbow. It's just a single spot set up right now from Maka. No one in mid. It's going to be the A player from Donut of KEiiiii. Just a spot for information. And one thing to also note, Jedka seems like he's standing in right now for the 9 side.
Okay, we were told up until this point it would be Nora, so that changes the complexion of everything entirely. So let's see how well he'll be able to handle himself. Goofy and KEiiiii will draw out first blood of the pistol round. Maka can trade back one, swap out to the Julies all the same. Jedka engaged upon, tagged up to 17, and will try and fall back out of position to join Exercise and hold the mid control.
And they've got to get this kill out towards CT, but Shadow Advantage has come through from KEiiiii, and lucky that was the kill that was so all required to allow that split into A or from B. Unfortunately, it just doesn't quite come through.
Minute on the clock, and that bomb is going to try and take point, but ultimately, that 2-man advantage is going to give 9 all the advantages on this CT pistol. Looking4Org, looking for a new way in, but where does that way come from?
Yeah, it's got to come from an entry somewhere, and you'd imagine either mid or outside of B. Exercise needs to get this kill, but there's 2 CTs in red, but they are both goosh, so they are both low.
18 HP for Exercise, though, so it's not exactly like he is all that well off himself. Walks forward to the Julies, trying to get into the B bomb site. Maka could try and get a bomb plant from here. There's nobody around him, or at least no one that can take directive contact. Plant will be secured. Maka looking to engage, and KEiiiii says no. Headshot gain. Exercise is way too low HP to do anything from here, so he'll try and fight, try and pull them away from the site itself, but ultimately will be unsuccessful in fending off this defuse. I say that, and almost got the dink down, but no. hAdji stays alive. KEiiiii gets control, and the pistol does indeed go the way of 9.
I think Maka makes the right decision there. You're in a 2v4 where your teammate is pretty much trapped in there under shelf, and you're alone on the B site. There is not many ways that you can win that round to get the bomb plant bonus. Make sure you get it down. If you can take a few casualties with you, if in the end you can make that round winnable, then that's just a bonus. But force it up and look to buy down. I mean, one thing that at least we can add to the whole idea of this 9 squad is that Jedka is a veteran player. We've seen him around the tier 2 scene for many years.
Indeed we have, so you can rely on him being able to pull off what he can. So far, slow starts for him and for hAdji as well in this opening pistol, but ultimately, 9 are able to maintain control. Looking4Org able to maintain the buys. We'll have the investments in.
Yeah, so you've got hAdji as a bit of a lurk out here towards top shelf into the front side of Cheetah. The majority of the regroup is out towards A, and Jedka only has a single flash, so doesn't have a single amount of utility that can hold off against this push. It's pretty much just a contact.
That from Marsh trying to prod in. T's extending outwards a little bit. For Must burst through, trying to dish out some damage. Successful at fending, Looking4Org off for now.
Yeah, it seems like it's a little bit of a cancel. I think they were hoping that just a prod out from A, even that 1-for-1 towards default, would offer something from the shelf individual, maybe to cut a rotate from Donut or out there from Cheetah, but because nothing gets granted, they actually start walking into mid.
Oh, Maka gets KEiiiii's head clean off his shoulders. The jump face for the information, costing him his life and costing 9 the man advantage. No trade potential. They're not facing mid.
Now, Jedka's got to get a multi-frag here. He is alone out towards CT, and he just gets domed. There's B split and A split potential.
hAdji's alone on the A defensive. If they go B, then they play right into whatever 9 really have left in their hands. hAdji does find Lucky, so that's one pick. Jocko engages him immediately, though, and that cleans house on the site itself. The plant will be secured. And a retake is pretty unlikely from Goofy and KEiiiii here.
Oh, maybe not. 2v2. If Jocko falls as well, this is on. And indeed it is. A great shot there from the MP9. Exercise the last one left out from Donut. Can't get the kill onto KEiiiii. Looking4Org maybe trying to cut too many rotates there. They only had 2 directly on the bomb side. They tried to cut a rotate out there from lane. They tried to cut a rotate out there from CT. And rather than just having mass players on the bomb site and forcing 9 to go in for the save, they end up losing the rounds.
Very nicely done from Goofy. Those two picks, very accurate with that SMG. And as you mentioned, is occurring the round itself. Looking4Org did get a bomb plant there. They did get 3 casualties, so you can imagine that the idea of a force buy is at least being considered, and with Exercise investing, it should be followed up here. So we'll be seeing more rifles out for the T-Forces.
Yeah, Maka won't be happy about that one. He'll be making sure that the team are down and ready, and they know exactly what's going on. That's that cheetah smoke from T-Spawn being lined up that allows you to run up shelf, and it doesn't spread as far wide as in CS2 now. 9 with the AWP, you've got it out on hAdji, who's playing out to the long control to start things off.
I'm going to slow things down on these defaults here. Looking4Org spread out for the most part and trying to hope that the CTs get aggressive, particularly at this B doors angle for hAdji, which seems to be he's going to get what he was for here. Flash in, KEiiiii and Goofy going to peek, but see nothing in lane.
hAdji at least knows that they're trying to attempt this lane control, and he can't do much about it other than just respect it. If he had another teammate with him, they could have swung on a contact and maybe flashed in. Instead, they're going to leave lane for the moment and actually start taking mid control.
Pushing on forward for Lucky. Burst spray from KEiiiii. Goofy down at 2 points of health. Maka a little over half HP. Shot on. Lucky goes down. Jocko is in the corner as well. A red shot to connect to the man and all. And that makes it a 5-on-3 with particular proficiency for 9.
Good picks in there from hAdji with the big green. Not even a 1-for-1 trade for Looking4Org. Desperation to get rid of that AWP. And hAdji's going to try and walk up on B, but 2 players to pin in from that short control looking down towards ramp. Maka's now the last one left in from mid. What a perfect round this is from 9.
KEiiiii there to close down the last. hAdji's actually going to steal his thunder. 3 kills for the man in mid. The 3rd round on the board for 9. This is very, very nice of a start. Looking4Org. It is pretty characteristic, to be fair here. They've been playing from the back foot for the last couple of days.
And I think it shows as well how much importance there was in that 2nd round for Looking4Org to tighten and to just close that 4v2. Getting ahead of themselves, cost them the round. You then go into the next force buy and look what happens. Everyone's staying alive from 9. It's an opportunity for the Poles to start reaping in the cash and to start getting as much cash under their belts as possible to not force a reset even on a round loss. Looking4Org know that they've missed their opportunity, and now they're going to have to work from square one again. This is not going to be an easy T-side to work.
They've at least taken an early moments of respite. Opportunity to rediscuss the strategy going forward for the Looking4Org camp, as they haven't been able to get things going as quickly as they wanted to. And 9 are looking very good in this early game, so they've got to try and find a counteraction to that. It won't be in this round per se. Only a half invest, pistols on upgrades at best. See if they can find any exits. We have seen a couple of fast plays into the B site over the last couple of days for Looking4Org. So maybe a rough tactic to catch 9 off guard could be on the table somewhere, but not in this round.
There's some spam in there from KEiiiii towards the front side of Cheetah. A flash from Maka to try and get them in aggressively.
Checking out that Cheetah position, but there's nobody there. Nobody to contest directly in mid for 9, at least not as of right now. KEiiiii will get into red as the smoke will clear. The focus is all about this B bomb site, and there's no one on the site to defend it.
And we saw in the last round that hAdji's brought that AWP out to the red room. This time around, he's on an A site anchor, so it's actually going to be KEiiiii taking his place.
A minute to go. KEiiiii still focused on that M4. Maka flash at the ready. Exercise. Smoke's coming up to his position. He's not going to be allowed direct access to the site unless he pushes ahead of this ramp position. Looking4Org, very little utility to get them in. They've got to use these 2 flashes very effectively.
But the CTs are incredibly passive, so we've got to at least expect a bomb plant, and Lucky can come in from red late and try and cut some rotates.
They run this clock extremely low. I'm going to get sneak past the likes of KEiiiii first and foremost. 38 HP to his earlier challenge. Lucky in the backline is going to get caught off. hAdji is going to get 1 kill. Goofy with 2. KEiiiii with 1 more. The bomb on the back of Maka and his backup being removed from play means that he's got no more breathing room, exposed to the entire CT force, and should go down for it. No cash bonus for Looking4Org, but they'll have to buy regardless.
Now, one thing to note there was obviously Maka had the bomb and was the one throwing the utility, which means the bomb getting to the bomb site is going to be delayed, and that could have been a little bit miscommunicated there for Looking4Org, because you could see as soon as those double flashes came through from the cave angle, they were pretty much out on site. They had at least a little bit of presence towards short. They were able to drive the CTs back away from long. If they had that bomb in maybe the second guy out from cave, that gets planted for sure.
Now the AK has come out for the T side as the AWP is back into hAdji. Trusting in the firepower, there are no big greens for Looking4Org here. Cash not able to sustain it. The automatics can still do plenty of work here for LFO. KEiiiii hoping for an angle against hAdji, but right now it's all about these default plays, which 9 are playing as far away from as possible.
And we've seen frequently that on these rifle rounds, if 9 have a rifler holding red, they play super defensive and almost deep in towards CT spawn, which is where KEiiiii's holding out from. And KEiiiii has to give that respect with the molly to fall off and to play more defensively on B. A lot of map control is gained by Lucky, but he's been in red previous rounds and he hasn't been able to find a kill yet.
As flashes into cave, 60 seconds do remain. Have access to the side entrance of the bomb site, the main entrance lesser so. Looking4Org just formulating themselves over towards this B bomb site, but the concern is more about what Jedka is doing. Look at him over towards elbow.
Yeah, he's given so much of an info play, and it's actually forcing KEiiiii to play 3B, but still holding red, and he actually should catch the gun barrel here of Lucky.
Looks towards Maka instead, can drop that bomb. He's made noise, he can't stabilize the shot, he's let them pass, but he will call in even more information to the CT forces who try and boost up. Goofy has caught Jocko out in the open, he will get exposed by 2 players with the crossfire. Him and KEiiiii go falling and the bomb gets planted, but Jedka has finally closed in the pincers to a 3-on-3.
Jedka needs to find a little bit more. Maka out in the open, has to fight towards long straight away.
Finds the fight, but can't find the kill. Exercise at a 1-on-3. He's got the first of hAdji. Needs 2 more and can't get even 1. Jedka with a triple, and that information game was everything for 9.
It was. I mean, Jedka probably looked at that round thinking I could have ended it a lot earlier than what I actually did. I think he misses a huge window of opportunity, right? Yes, you are bang on the money. There's a lot of information they can stack up B, but if he could have just got that jump up properly, the bomb gets dropped and it's just pure chaos out there on the side. I think the thing that's more concerning, rather than just the slight mistake there from Jedka, is how he's able to make that info play. We've seen Jedka be the A anchor. He's walked aggressively into main. He's walked out elbow, and it's undetected. Right there for Looking4Org, a huge gap in the default as they try and set the B exec.
It's yet to see a round scored by Looking4Org here. They're going to mark up those issues. KEiiiii, seeing Maka first, knows that he's going to try and rush him down, can do a lot of damage with the early engagement and the hAdji. Suppression to the smoke gives no further access to Alpha O.
Now hAdji can use this position in here for Jocko to try and work off one another. Now KEiiii's just going to be jiggling down, and actually the T smoke off, so he doesn't need to smoke it himself. They have to have the realization that red is open, so Jedka in about 5-10 seconds could turn his back and look in towards red now.
Flash forward, Goofy finds Maka, man down the start. 9 again at the advantage, even catching tags on hAdji. Jedka meanwhile in spawn is going to get Jocko. Lucky will be able to find the trade back, but they're well aware of him. Exercise meanwhile is working on the same bomb site, and KEiiii's looking a little bit more exposed, especially as he had his head taken off, all 3 CTs on rotate. That bomb's going to take a while to get here though. Lucky has got to stand and defend, and he misses his entire spray. That might force the cancel from Alpha O.
Yeah, the bomb's just now starting to tail away. You could just feel that in that round, Exercise makes it so open, gets a huge kill there onto the A player, and now they freeze it up. Exercise is hoping that they walk through from Brokey, or they walk in from CT, and he can catch one. He can pull a distraction.
KEiiiii, they get the shot. And hAdji left alone to try and get to that B bomb site, at least get the bomb plant bonus, which for the money that Alpha O have, they're going to need at this stage. 9 will not be able to deny it, but you can imagine that with the way that the retakes have gone, it will be just as easy for them in the 3-on-1.
Now, this is a tough round for hAdji, but we've seen him good in clutches before. He needs to try and isolate. The AWP could be the first point of contact at least.
hAdji did peek out for a moment. hAdji unawares of exactly where they're coming from. They've got positions to also rotate in the backstab, so he's got to be wary of that. But all three are coming in from the short control. Checking long for now. No footsteps being heard. They'll creep up closer. He'll see what's going on, and he peeks into all three. KEiiiii credited with the kill. And the first quarter of the game has gone entirely to 9.
And this has got to be pure frustration right here for Looking4Org. Because again, you think they lose pistol, they win that second round. Okay, 1,400 loss bonus. They're probably going to be up, what, 2-1, 3-1. You've got to stop. You've got room to work with. And instead, one lost round has turned into an 0-6. And it's turned into a drought. It's turned into a win streak from 9. You even look at that last round, Exercise has done everything right. He's dealt with the first of Jedka. They've been able to deal with KEiiiii on A, and even still in the 3v3, they can't make the round winnable.
AKs on 2 CT players, 9. Shut down Looking4Org as quick as can be. M4 burst and sprays through from KEiiiii, gets the first and almost the second. Jocko is at least able to trade it, but he's now down to 12 points of health. So even despite getting the 1-for-1, it's still an advantage for 9.
Yeah, this is a pretty good read from 9. They've got 2 mid and 1 out towards A. It's just a passive Goofy out to the B side. Jedka gonna get volleyed. The smoke actually doesn't clear him. He's gonna die here. Eventually gets spammed in the process.
hAdji's up close with the AWP. Doesn't hit the second, and Jocko can take him back. That missed smoke could have cost 9 the round right here. Goofy and KEiiiii are creeping around the back, though. Jocko first up, he's low HP, and he still connects his shot. Goofy up next, and Jocko can land a quadra, and Looking4Org can finally get their first rounds.
Now that's going to be a good feeling there for Looking4Org. Finally, they've been able to punish a mistake, and you feel for Jedka right there, because he is trapped. He's in towards Donut alone. He's got mollied. He tries to smoke it off, and he doesn't quite smoke it all the way. And even if he does eventually try and get into that smoke, they know you're there. You're just going to get spammed by absolutely everyone coming into Donut. What a round to come through from that Jocko, right? I mean, 4 really impactful kills.
Five rounds to make up for Looking4Org. 9 have cash to reinvest. They're going to get their guns out as quick as can be. Meanwhile, KEiiiii is hunting for players out towards that mid-donut position. Same Molotov going to get counteracted with a smoke this time. It just blooms a bit late, so KEiiiii is tagged to 2.
He could call himself quite lucky there. And that looked like it was an immediate entry in from Jocko, but they want to keep the pace going. They're not slowing down at all.
KEiiiii's going to get overwhelmed very quickly here. Jedka needs to step up, and backup is on the way, but Jedka goes falling. KEiiiii somehow escapes with a kill. Goofy traded back and through the wall banks. They will be able to find the likes of KEiiiii in the end. Meanwhile, hAdji's in from mid, finds Maka at red. That nade's a little bit too far gone from Exercise, so he'll stay in, but Jocko will not.
And KEiiiii can even work out from Brokey. No, he gets team flash. That was such a good opportunity to deny the bomb from going down. Exercise is still going to fall, and hAdji has to clutch again.
I cannot believe 9 nearly screwed themselves, and Looking4Org still bottled it, or have they? hAdji needs another kill. 1 bullet to the likes of KEiiiii will do it, and that's exactly what he'll gain.
I can't believe he got team flashed right there. Jeez, that's actually changed the round. That would have been just bomb plant denial, and then they could have peaked together. Oh my. 9 are now finding themselves in a portion where they're starting to get reset. Money is not as strong as it used to be. Looking4Org are clawing rounds, and they're looking threatening in the last couple.
Might have been a very awkward start, but things have started to come together for the Alpha O side. And I think as well, the 2 rounds that have been lost for 9 have been 2 pieces of missed utility. 1 smoke that didn't extinguish the flames, and a team flash that threw the whole retake off. And I say retake, it wasn't even a retake. Looking4Org were just getting the bomb down. Forcing out that 1v1 fight with low HP. It went so awry for Lion so quickly.
Okay. Let's see now just how much that 9 are going to be able to continue to press, because you start thinking to yourself, and I think you start definitely reflecting back to that game that we obviously saw yesterday, 0-9 down, and Looking4Org still brought it back. That's got to be in the back of 9's mind, surely.
USPs and upgrade pistols will stack their way into the main control, see whether they can get Exercise on Maka. Do find that AK. They're not allowed to keep it, though. Third of the border Looking4Org. 9 trying to look towards the rifles first and foremost. You mentioned the economy game being as awkward as it is. All about the gun buy here.
And for 9, Now I'm going to start wondering what some of the adjustments are going to be. I think they've actually read the CT side very nicely. They've been making some good stat calls. Exercise and Jocko, I think those are the two guys that need to be quiet. You look at the impact that they've been able to find on A-walks and donut and mid-pressers. Have not seen much success out to the B side. It's been Looking4Org maintaining the mid-presence. That's where they found majority of it.
Two players in mid to hold the 9 line, one of which is going to get taken away first and foremost. hAdji's able to get lucky right back, try to turn for the double, and that's exactly what he does. Jocko is struck towards the B-bomb site, however, going to make it a 3 versus 3 in the AWP, and Maka misses. hAdji's going to try and get to the other side of Donut. He's evaded Exercise, but up close against Maka is not going to work out well for him at all.
Now, you just thought that was an opportunity there for hAdji's. A missed shot for Maka, only doing slight damage. Now, Jocko's going to start hearing at least one up there towards top lane. He's got to be worried about them coming into elbow, because not only could they possibly get bomb territory, but they could actually drop Jocko too.
Minute to play with.
Oh, this is pure timing, isn't it?
Maka leaning in with the pistol. Oh, you want to talk about timing. Check this out. The bomb's going to make its way in. Are they aware of KEiiiii? They're checking all their corners, but they can't see him. Now they have. The P250's not good enough, though. And it's a 2v2. Tries to make it 1. Forced to the reload. Will bring it back to a 1v1. So Jocko can get the bomb down.
Now, Jocko's got to smoke. Now he can smoke off CT or he can smoke off Donut and get the bomb down safely.
Donut is the call. Goofy is coming from there. Molly's sent towards that CT angle, but he's made his way into the smoke. He's going to try and deny that plant here. Making noise. Jocko going to stick the whole thing, get tagged up so heavily. 30 HP, needs a 3k. Goofy just needs the 1 kill in this round for himself, and he's going to get it as 9 will win the half.
Jeez, that's a death slammer if I've ever seen one. Again, for Maka, it's a P250. You'd probably want an AK in that sort of duel to be able to make sure you get it 100%. Decided not to go over to the AWP. Well, that's a harsh one to watch. And that, I would say, is a pretty big steal round for 9. Like, they did not have much going for them in terms of success whatsoever.
Came down to one big play from KEiiiii, and all off the back of a mistake from Looking4Org. And it feels like these last few rounds have really been all down to mistakes. The missed utility, the missed opportunities. At least the T's have money to reinvest here, so they can try and gun for the 5 at the turn of the half.
Yeah, there's still reset opportunity both ways, isn't it? And I think that's where these last couple of rounds are going to be so crucial for both teams at the tail end. And 9 will look at that as a bit of a gift. Looking4Org will look at it as another hurdle. Going quite heavy with the lane aggression. You've got pretty much the entire team outside of the individual lurk of Exercise.
Nice nade doing damage. Very carefully played again for Looking4Org, trying to slow these rounds down, trying to prod in slowly to look for picks, and it's just going all against them here. hAdji's pick, Goofy finds the frag, the AWP Maka, as soon as he swings, he's going to be right in the clutches of the CT AWP, and he gets exactly what he wants.
Now, hAdji's has been so on the money with that AWP, constant multi-frags, and constant frags that are leading to round victories. I think that's the one thing that we've seen from him, the difference maker for 9. And Looking4Org, you're down to 2. We've seen them work 2v5s yesterday, but this looks out of the realm of possibility.
Lucky can trade back, Exercise's death. Going any further on from here, though, going to be extremely tough, to say the least. 40 seconds. And SMG is up close and personal, ready to receive them. Back into the B-bomb site for the bomb carrier, who's so wary of every position that a CT might be holding from. Best he can do is smoke short, go for the plant. And they are so ready for him.
Yeah, Lucky is just desperate for 1. Just give me 1 before I can even prioritize the plant. Gets a bit of a mistiming. And the 8th round gets gains. Looking4Org, I mean, they were desperate for the plant there. That extra cash bonus would have really helped for round 12's buy state. And I think across the board for Looking4Org, it's been the small mistakes, hasn't it? It's been the small errors that have cost them quite a lot of rounds. That 9-0 beginning has really helped out 9. And just the perspective overall that on a map that's so damn successful, the 9-game winning streak of Ancient, that 9 with a stand-in can put up this kind of performance in the first half.
Looking4Org. Looking before. Will force their way back in to try and get it. Lucky. And with the AK, hAdji on for the shot. Lucky, first of all. The AK out of play. Can get recovered quickly by hAdji here. hAdji is still standing to defend though. Finds the likes of Jocko and gets out of the bomb site.
Yeah, Exercise is going to try that walk in from A main, but KEiiiii's still watching him from big box. Even the HE placement does so much damage.
Shots on. 2 left standing, making it 1. That's a 3K for hAdji, and KEiiiiii can close. 9-3 up for 9 is looking very similar for Looking4Org. Got him out in the comeback after the break. (9-3) at the half with Looking4Org being down on the scoreline. Dwayne, does that look familiar to you?
It looks very familiar. Oh, wait, I saw that yesterday, and I also saw a comeback of a lifetime. That's what Looking4Org need today. But I look at this from 9 and think, surely just a pistol. Surely just a start here. That could be the difference to closing.
USPs are pushing on the Looking4Org side to get aggressive. They might catch off hAdji, but what they gain in aggressive force towards the A side, they lose in B defensive, and that's where 9 are looking to hit. The Glocks are inbound. Lucky's engaged 1. hAdji is caught off guard there. Just Star. The plant will be secured, though.
Now, Jocko can still play quite defensive. Him and hAdji can wait for those lane players to start coming in, to start setting up that backstab. There are 2 players in there at Cave that need to be dealt with.
KEiiiii finding Lucky. Jocko engages one more. KEiiiii looking to continue tapping as Jedka gets both those headshots. Groovy swings back to the bomb site. Exercise and Maka are dealt with. Jedka ends up with 3, and 9 end up with 10.
I was doing a little bit of research about Jedka in the half there, Jay, and one thing that I noticed was he stood in for Pompa a couple of days ago. Before that, his last official was in March this year. This is not a guy that since CS2's come out have we seen very much in the pro capacity, have we seen in officials on HLTV. And as the stand-in today, the unsuspected stand-in, look at what he's just done in the pistol.
Might not be the top of the board, but he is having his impact. For a stand-in, that seems to be all you really need. 9 making it work against Looking4Org. Have a habit of playing from the back foot, and it's just getting worse and worse as time goes on. This is the half where they need to mount that return. They need to mount that comeback like they did against Monty yesterday. But every round that 9 wins puts them even further away from that goal.
You've got a double Zeus setup coming down from KEiiiii, so if the first one fails, the second one could be successful. Now this actually could warrant 1 or potentially even 2 kills.
Kai finds Jocko.
Oh, close.
Gets away with 30 HP. Reading that man to the left-hand side, and hAdji's also there. Are they going to read onto him the same? Check those corners. Find their player. hAdji down. KEiiiii looking for the next. Lucky's dealt with an exercise. Really can't do much from here. He'll try, but he'll fail.
And that first pause that you saw the first Zeus using, it's a great position for anyone at home to play, because if you're just keeping yourself tunnel visioned and you're in there at Cheetah and you're looking into the cave entrance and work your way through, you actually won't see the CT hiding there. It's only if you pre-aim it, it's only if you actually check and round the corner wide enough, looking to that left-hand side, can you be seen. And obviously 9 realize it's a light eco, or at least it should be a light eco. They're probably going to run some Zeuses, and let's just make sure we're clearing all of our corners.
Round number 11 for 9. Deficit growing to 8 rounds. Looking4Org at least get away with this pick for Maka, so a gun to play with, assuming he can find it, which he can't. And most likely a buy into this round nonetheless for the CT forces. They kind of need to. I don't think they're going to be going all the way for 9 in a row to bring it back to the overtime. They've got to stop this here and now, as the Poles are on a hot streak.
Now, 9 have got a very good opportunity to close out this game in one-sided fashion. Looking4Org, I mean, this pretty much is the last lifeline, because they lose out here, they give away map point, and they probably have a rubbish buy to continue. Spam in from Lucky does a lot of damage onto KEiiiii, so it's going to have to be the lane default where they take the majority of the space.
Jedka ends up Maka watching for contact. hAdji, M4 back to Wavron. The M4 going to get forced back to Maka's own position. Hayes going to overwhelm hAdji, trying to line up 2, only gets the 1, but Lucky is at least there for one of his own. Jedka again steps up with a multi-frag. In from Cable, Molotov off Lucky in exercise. 2v3 for the retake.
And they've got to go for this. There's no denying that whatsoever. There is not a save option. They have to commit.
Flash in, Lucky caught dead to rights. Kai is caught reloading himself. But now exercise needs to back up a hAdji. Needs to find Jedka real quick. No kit for this retake. And he's out of there. He's got to save once again. 9 are going to get to map point.
Yeah, that's a sick round there from Jedka. That means so much to the 9 squad. Exercise to try and save out from shelf. He'll be able to hold that M4 into the next round, but that's going to be it. 9 on that product towards B. Get some very good entries, and I feel for Maka, because he literally just gets caught on such an unlucky timing. He plays defensive, he's trying to get that reload off, and hAdji literally runs through the long smoke without a teammate, without any util, and just catches him in the open. From Maka's point of view, you're not expecting that to happen.
Second tactical used for Looking4Org, and over the last couple of days, I've been conditioned to always expect some sort of return, some sort of comeback, even if it's a comeback that ultimately fails for Looking4Org, to see something happen during the second half. That is yet to happen, and we're already at map point.
I mean, it's incredible to think that it's only 3 rounds gained from the French, because there's been some serious close rounds. There's been some 1-kill differences from 9. And I think that just shows that while there's been many opportunities and there's been many chances, there hasn't been many that have been taken successfully.
Maybe Looking4Org are just slow to start. We saw that yesterday on that nuke. Turned it into
not to this, right? Like,
yeah,
this is a different level to yesterday.
I most certainly can't disagree there. There was at least a return on that nuke. Same cannot be said for this Ancient. Perhaps Looking4Org gonna have to pull it out of the hat in the second and third maps to return, because that really is going to be your only hope for the Frenchman. 9 in a row to come back to evens against 9 and take us to overtime. And KEiiiii wants to close it. Jocko first to fall.
Exercise does get a spam kill, and hAdji gets another, but it's a quick trade and out there towards ramp. This is a defining kill in the round. KEiiiii actually backs off. He actually escapes the danger from Maka.
7 HP, so we can't afford to do too much here. They're going to duck his way behind that box. Backup's going to get here. They're going to try and bait him in closer. I like this a lot, because Goofy is going to find Maka for it. Very nicely done.
And there's going to be a flash kind of peek. How much can he find out of this? Lucky needs to be traded, and KEiiiii on low HP is able to do it.
Meanwhile, out towards Elbow, KEiiiii's about to engage Exercise, who wins out that fight. And it's a one-on-one to save Looking4Org's life here on their map pick. KEiiii's got to play this careful, because now he's at the disadvantage.
Well, the issue is they know that Exercise was in mid, so KEiiiii doesn't want to make any noise, because as soon as he starts running, he has to have the realization that there could be a chance if he's still in mid that he's going to hear me. Eventually, he can start moving from A, and it's going to take a while for Exercise to get into position to start retaking A. I think the difference is the HP bars. There's a huge amount.
Plant down. KEiiiii needs a quadra. They're going to find the right timing onto Exercise the question. They're creeping right past each other. This couldn't be more perfect for the T-side AK. Exercise makes a footstep, gets on that bomb in the open. Keeping his eyes on a headed swivel. He gets the kill he needs. And Looking4Org stay alive.
That's a survival round, and that's well played there from Exercise. Tap that bomb once, try and see if you can draw the fight. Look out there to Big Box, look out from Temple, and in the end, it's the CT line. And KEiiiii knew on low HP that he had to kill him straight away as soon as he saw him. That round was close. That looked like the closure. And my concern is how many rounds do they realistically get? I mean, 12-4. To even start thinking about overtime is just mad right now. I think for 9, looking at the fact that they're even buying down, that they're forcing all the way into this round, shows that it could even be round 17 that it ends.
That's always the concern when you're fighting back from match point. 9 can win this at any moment. That might be the moment right there. Jedka's caught lucky. Exercise struggling to trade back. KEiiiii at elbow. Jedka swings back, and KEiiiii can't follow suit with the trade. Maka's AWP contests hAdji's beam on. There's a lane aggressive play from Jocko that KEiiii's going to find, and it's a 3-on-2.
And they can expect B-side to be fairly open as of right now. They know that Maka was playing defensively as that A anchor. Maka misses that opportunity to get the kill up towards Shelf, and now they know 1 on B max.
2 HP for KEiiiii. That could have brought this round back around for Looking4Org. And now hAdji has got to stand and fight. That AWPer is so tentative about going back in towards lane. hAdji missed his timing. KEiiiii caught dead. 2 versus 2. Goofy tapped and burst through. hAdji on for the triple. On for another hero individual moment for Looking4Org that keeps themselves alive again.
Well, I've seen moments like this even in yesterday's best of 3. Maybe not so much just on Ancient, but in maps across the series, that we have seen individually star impact from Looking4Org. We just saw it with the clutch of Exercise. We've then just seen it that it's basically a 1v3 on that B site. hAdji is so far away from Maka, and yet he still delivers with all of those kills. Great level of impact there from hAdji. And without that bomb plant, there's a super light investment going into round 18 because they can't afford anymore.
Just the Glocks. A couple of flashes for KEiiiii. That's the extent of the entire buy. And therefore, 9 should be able to maybe get a bomb plant at best. Jocko, oh, very nice shot to KEiiiii. And the follow-up 2 kills, pretty nicely crispy as well. All 5 alive for Looking4Org's side. and build upon their own cash base. It's not like it matters at this stage, but to keep that confidence running is a very encouraging point for your mental game. 9, now back on the bye.
And I'd like to see some early tacticals here from 9, because from my point of view, if this gets to 12-10, I think it's done already for like the perspective that Looking4Org are going to come back and win, because we've just seen how strong that they can be, not only in back foot scenarios, but how strong that they can be in officials, how strong they can be in the tier 2 atmosphere right now. If you're 9, you want to close this map as quickly as possible. You do not want to draw it out.
Looking4Org. Lucky set into the mid position. Maka. Flashbangs around them, peeking towards lane, try and look for Jed, try and look for Kai, and unfortunately they're not going to find any of that. Maka, however, does catch KEiiiii out from elbow. He's first to fall.
And getting that opening pick and seeing a little bit more there from elbow, but because they've got shelf control and they've got more utility down to elbow, 9 just can't do anything. hAdji's got just a straight spam kill there onto Jenka towards the bottom of the B door.
Things are starting to look up for Looking4Org now. In this round, things will almost certainly go their way. A 5-on-3. 2 players up and only so much tag damage being done. hAdji's got it pretty heavy-handed. Everybody else on 100 HP, though. Odds are not in the favor of 9, but they're going to lean into that B hit. Got a decent amount of utility to do so.
And this is where I look at someone like Kai to step up and to make a hero impact play himself, because they need something. They're in a 3v5 with a lack of space and a lack of real contact out here to the B side. There's an info play in mid. There's an info play aggressive towards A, so Maka can rotate and help out 3 on B.
25 seconds on the clock. Smokes in. Lucky has found the bomb carrier. hAdji tagged up to 45, but still alive at this moment. The CTs on the side will hold their nerve. The player at wood, Jocko, gets hAdji, doubles up alongside Lucky, and Looking4Org lock it down.
A triple AK is being saved too. That's a very good round there from Looking4Org. And do you know what I actually really enjoyed in that scenario was, even though they have a couple of man advantages and they've got a 5v3, they're not just stagnant. They're not just playing deep in the bomb sites and waiting for the XE to come. You've got that walkout from A main. You've got the walkout from Exercise down there at the bottom of shelf. They know exactly what's going on. They can stack up 3 on B. They can even have a bit of a shelf fight to maybe deny the bomb from going down before it even gets up from ramp. And I think it just shows that Looking4Org, they're reading the game really well on CT side. They're being super proactive.
And they are starting to build into the comeback I was hoping for.
Oh, this is what we want, right? We want proper contest.
CT side was where they won it against Monty. It was a regulation 13-11 from the comeback. Have to be an overtime win over 9 today. Those pistols will at least bring them a little bit closer. 5 to the good for now for 9. Ooh. Looking4Org have stopped dead in their tracks. So this is not a live round, of course. It doesn't change the circumstances, though. 9 should be conceding this one because they haven't got cash to buy full frontal here.
Yeah, and I think, again, for the Looking4Org side, we know that when pressure's against them, they're able to perform. I mean, let's just take Ancient aside. Look at that series against Monty. They went into their map pick and they lost it. The way that they accelerated the first, 5, 6 rounds of Anubis, it almost looked like it was a different team. And that's something that I even look at this map of Ancient and say, even if they don't bring the comeback, even if it goes to overtime and they don't win out, I don't think Nuke is a gone conclusion. That again, I think even for 9, if they're able to close it here 13-7, 13-8, that you go into Nuke and it's just a 2-0 and it's a pretty swift affair. 9, or Looking4Org, I should say, have shown not only in the previous series but also in previous best of 3s across the last couple of weeks that even without winning their map pick, they can still grind the series back.
That's even before you consider the fact that this map is not over yet.
Yeah, that's when it starts to make you even more excited.
Looking4Org always found a way to battle back from the back foot. You have to do that against 9 here and now. A bit of a surprising turn of events, all things considered. Obviously, with the stand-in situation and everything like that. 9. ready to push onto that B site once again. They've got a bit of utility to go for it. Smoke down over at K first and foremost. Counter smoke from Jocko will come out towards that ramp position with the nades to follow it up. It actually bounces back, and that provides extra support for 9.
That's so unfortunate. That lineup looks pretty much perfect, so now they have to play defensive. This actually could be a 5-on-5 retake.
Secondary smoke comes in for the T side. Didn't have to use that initial one on the initial execution. Players lined up, so many about to make their way ahead of that smoke. Jedko able to overwhelm one. The flash support is there, and hAdji can deal with Goofy. But the bomb has gone down, and Jedka is all alone. All things considered, 9 got quite a fair man out of that. It was down to a couple of mistakes from Looking4Org. But they get their plant bonus.
When you actually look at that, I think 9 have probably made the right decision there to try and punish players sleeping and players maybe setting up util and reloading the weapons, which is exactly what happened. But even with all of that chaos, it looked like more than just one kill was going to get granted. Not to be, though. I think the main concern on these ecos, right, isn't getting the bomb plant. It's more so, can we take the AKs away? Because if you're going into these eco rounds with the upgrades digs, the Mac 10s, maybe the upgraded Tech 9s, and you're only getting one kill, maybe nothing, but you're getting bomb plant, that doesn't help, because you're still going to be up against the AK of Lucky, Jocko, and hAdji in the next rifle round.
I do love how after that round, Jocko pointed out exactly how that that smoke missed. A tiny piece of geometry as part of the scaffolding on that wood position.
Yeah, anyone at home knows that that's how you throw the long smoke. You get out there, you aim it exactly where he did, but whether he was just standing a little bit more to the left, probably happens once a blue moon.
Unfortunately, in this case, he didn't throw the round away entirely for Looking4Org.
Oh, yeah, you would be fuming if that happened. Yeah,
like,
one of those small mistakes, yeah.
Because like, you saw how that smoke landed. It blocked off long almost perfectly. So that gave him the bomb plant. Fortunately, it didn't give him the rounds. Looking4Org, will they pay for that mistake here in this one? The AKs are out in force.
hAdji going very aggressive in with that flash. Now, Jedka is trapped out to the cubby corner, and he is still receiving flashes. hAdji, though, does not get the kill, but the spam comes through from Maka anyway.
Using the information of hAdji to get the shot through the wall.
What?
Jocko, what are you doing, sir? What is that? What?
They thought it was an A fake. Look what's going on. They thought that was a single B lurk, because there's an executor going on towards A.
Well, Maka's back here to try and hold on to the ramp control, but he doesn't know how forward Kai has gotten. He's making noise. He's running into the trap, and Kai will spring it on him. A 4 versus 2, and maybe that fake is the winning moment for 9. Oh, LFO. It was so wild, that push forward. They thought he was safe, and they thought wrong. You couldn't have baited him any better.
And now they just freeze up. Goofy has to try and get a path in towards the A side. Now, the T's have got A and B. The option now is to obviously try and figure out the information of where these last couple of CTs are and make the correct decision. Is it better for the bomb to go into B, or is it better for it to go towards A? Now, with Hades, or Kylo, I should say, coming into CT, it looks like it will be an MB.
Exercise could find everything. Lucky has been found. Goofy, smoke up. Flashes ahead. He's going to wait and bait, make his way ahead of it, and get caught off by Hades. The god of death brings death upon Looking4Org and closes out their own map pick at 13-8. That didn't quite go the way they wanted to towards the tail end there, but you've got to give credit to 9, because the whole reason why that round fell apart was because of that fake.
Well, I can't blame Jocko.